Hey guys and gals, I got another one for you today. Today I'm in my AMX M454, tuned up with hoops using his E50M, and we are on Severgorsk standard battle. Severgorsk, to me, is easily one on the 1, 2, 3 line, both from the north and south. If I spawn in the south, winning this and then going through the middle, or essentially pushing them back from the southern flank, is generally how I win it from the other side. From this side, go over to the 1, 2, 3 line, win that, and generally our south is impenetrable if they make a defensive force in the G line. And then you can just push down the 1, 2, 3, or essentially if they did defeat your G line defense, or maybe your G line defense tried to take the offensive and cross the impossible field of the south and died, and then they're making a push up the 890. Then after I win the 1, 2, 3, I just turn around and defend the base. Yeah, so that's a little bit about Severgorsk, how I see it. You definitely need some support over here if you're going to take it, because a lot of people understand and know how important this flank is. Now, this isn't going to be the best battle I've ever had, or Hoops has had. However, it is going to feature a medal that I have received only 3 times. So it's as rare as my Kolobanovs, and it's not as rare, or I mean, it's more rare than my Pools medals, which I've received 4 of them. The medal which I'm going to receive is the Billotte medal. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And what it is destroying at least 2 enemy vehicles and surviving the battle despite receiving at least 5 different critical hits. So getting your modules damaged, there must be 5 of them, and then losing 80% or more of the hit points. That doesn't seem that impressive. However, I feel like when it comes to the end game, I play it a little bit differently than majority of players. So if I'm on a fraction of hit points and it's like 8v1 and I'm the closest to that one player, I will risk my hit points to get more damage and essentially more XP. That's just how I choose to play the game. I know a lot of people like to survive, so then they won't risk themselves getting killed. There may have been plenty of opportunities where I was up for this medal, but I died at the end of the game. There could be times where I was close to it, but I didn't have 80% of my hit points lost, or maybe I only had 4 modules. You know, it's just not that it's like an epic medal, just the fact that it's rare to have all 5 critical hits and losing 80% of your health, and then still managing to kill 2 players with all those requirements. Like, that's just a rare achievement. Now, there are 2 medals that go above that. There's the Bruno medal, which is destroy 3 or 4, 3 to 4, I think. Now, this is where it happens. I get lit on fire and I lose 5 modules. I do have 1 repair kit, so I'll be able to use that. We fixed the ammo rack. And in this situation, I'm either going to fix my ammo rack or my engine, depending on what the enemy team has left. And since I shouldn't get shot in the back again, mobility isn't as important to me because we do have 2 tanks on the flag. Whereas I feel like my firepower is probably needed more here. So I've picked up 3 kills, but they don't count towards this medal because it only logs the kills after you've received the 5 critical hits and you're down below the 80%. So that adds a little different level to the rarity of this medal. But getting back to it, there are 2 other medals. The Brunos, which we talked about already. I've received that once, and then there's a Tarsays medal. I'm probably butchering that, and that's to kill 5 enemies after you've received 5 critical hits and lost 80% of your hit points. And the funny thing is when I received my Bruno's medal in my IS-2, which is a tier 7 heavy Chinese tank that I really enjoyed back in the day. I just don't play tier 7 too often anymore, especially in platoons, just because Matchmaker will generally put us in a tier 9 match, and it just isn't fun to be in a 9 match consistently when you're in tier 7. However, at the end of that game, Drewski and I were playing. I received Artie Fire. We won the flank. I think it was just him and I. Could have been wrong. But it came down. There was one tank left, and I missed my shot on it. And then he killed it. And we got to end screen, and I seen that I had a Bruno's. So had I got that last kill, I would have had a Tarskays medal. Yeah, so just want to talk about the rarity of these medals, and not that they're the most epic medal you can ever get, because I feel like Kolobanov's, obviously you're in a 1v5 situation at least at the end of the game that you have to shoot your way out of, or even a Pools medal to achieve 10 kills can be more thrilling than one of these medals. Now, the Tarskays medal probably is going to be a pretty sweet game to watch, but you can see the Billotte's medal isn't as epic. I mean, you just got to kind of crutch your way around the map and pick up some kills while your tanks beat to crap. Lose a lot of silver here, but we do pick up my 3rd ever Billotte's medal, and we get a level 1 rather than an ace tanker, so not an ace tanker gameplay for you. But I did want to share it because it's a rare medal, kind of just talk about how to get it, and then talk about the other 2 medals and how difficult and rare they are. So if you've ever received any of the 3, or maybe you get a lot of Billotte's medals or the other ones, feel free to comment that below. Look forward to your comments, and I will quit rambling and babbling. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.